I'm Jamie with Kindred Being, and we provide Beyond Quantum Healing sessions. I'm here in our Temecula, California offices in Old Town Temecula. And today I want to talk about an experience that I had several years ago. And I'm being called to or pushed to by my spirit team to share that experience with you today. So I'm finally going to talk about what happened to me and my conversation with Source. So several years ago, I had a Beyond Quantum Healing session where I was the client. The name of the session is KB for Kindred Being, KBBQH Session 4, the choice between 3D and 5D. In that session, I was shown a mass populace of Earth moving on to a new Earth, a beautiful Earth with vast amounts of energy. Everything was beautiful, everything was vibrant. There was love, there was joy. All of our needs were provided for. We were able to manifest instantly. It was a beautiful Earth. And then I was also shown, because I was asked the question, what happens to the people who don't go to New Earth? And what I was shown was a kind of dark, undulating mass, just kind of in space, where I had the understanding that that's where people who didn't move to the New Earth went. And in that dark, undulating mass, we kind of fast forwarded, and through the years, probably hundreds of years, probably thousands of years, you began to see little lights. And as these lights would develop in this undulating mass, they would ascend out of this mass. And then as time progressed, more and more of these lights began to produce, and more of them ascended. And so through that, I understood that some people need to ascend and learn through joy, through the new earth, and others need to take a longer path, and they need to experience some darker aspects to be able to have that catalyst for ascension. And when I had that experience, it was something I contemplated about for a long time, for several months. And a few months down the road, as I was contemplating this dark mass, where some people go, I began to feel a vibration. And this vibration was total body. It was my whole body vibrating. And the vibration began to get more and more intense as I contemplated this. And this went on for the better part of an hour. And I was doing things while this vibration was existing. I was completing tasks. I was walking. I was talking to other people. So that vibrating energy just got more and more intense as I was completing tasks that I had to do. Then I was able to have a quiet moment. And I was in a room by myself. And I was able to sit and experience the vibrating energy. And this vibrating energy was now expansive. It felt like it filled the entire room. It felt like it filled the entire building and beyond. And I was still trying to complete tasks. I was on my computer, I was typing away, but I was also somewhere else. And I was experiencing both things at the same time. I obviously stopped typing, but I could still see the computer in front of me, and I could also see so much more. So, in my second experience beyond reality, I was taken up through the planet, the atmosphere, and I saw around the planet, I saw all these beings that were there. They were helpers to humanity. They were the spirit guides. They were the angels. They were ETs or beings from other planets that were here to assist humanity. And as I was being pulled up from my body through the atmosphere, through this layer of earth helpers, I paused there and I got a little bit upset because I saw all of these beings helping humanity, but I saw that it was a false reality, that our everyday experiences are a false reality, and that also these helpers that are helping people on a daily basis was also a false reality. And so I asked them, I almost had the feeling like they were fooling people. They were lying to people, is the experience I had at the time. And I said, why are you doing this? Why are you lying to everyone? And they replied to me, kind of paused, and many of them looked at me and explained that they're helping in the next step of evolution for people. That some people need their help to progress to the next step of evolution. And I know that I needed the help and still do at times. I definitely rely on my spirit team at times. But that there's also something beyond that reality of spirit and beyond the reality of our everyday experiences with matter. And so I understood how they were helping, and I continued to ascend. And as I ascended, I saw this great, big, undulating white light of source. It was incredible. And I kind of paused next to it, if you can consider it being a next to, and it was very interesting. I'm calling this video Conversation with Source, but there really were no words exchanged. There was understanding and knowing and feeling. So as I was kind of beside Source, I began to expand into a large, undulating light being. And I was filled with Source love, Source understanding. So I began to expand and expand and expand and expand, where I was very large source of light. And I had the feeling that I was a companion of Source in that moment, that I was the companion. And then, as quickly as I understood that, I became a part of Source, almost like I had expanded so much where there was no longer a separation between us, and we were together in one source of light. And from that vantage point, there's a lot I don't remember, I know for sure, but there's a lot that I do remember. I had no questions. Everything was answered. Everything was beautiful. Everything was love. And I understood, that we are all progressing, and that this experience is not about being stagnant, but it's always moving, it's always growing, it's always learning, um, and that there really is no end to it. It just keeps going, and that there are different stages. And a lot of people need the help of spirit guides. As I said, I myself still rely on the help of spirit guides. Or you could go straight to the source. So it just depends on you and your vibration and what you are experiencing, what your path is, what's needed for you at that time. All this is very helpful, this interface that we deal with every day to help us grow and learn and evolve. This is very helpful, and this is where a lot of us need to be. A lot of us need to be in contact with spirit teams and gain information that way. And that's okay too. It's all okay. It's all beautiful. And some of us get information directly from source or source experiences, and that's okay. It's all okay. Some of us go to the dark, undulating mass and evolve in that way through time. So I was called to share this today because I was reminded of it, and to be truthful, I think about it quite often. But today I was reminded about it, and I was pushed with a lot of different synchronicities and signs that I needed to get this out there and share it. There's a lot more to it, and maybe I'll share a little bit more here and there. But in that experience, I just want to share that I had decided, well, I had the choice. I could either stay there with Source, which was beautiful and so tempting and so amazing. But I made the decision to not ascend completely. I made the decision to come back to my body and to come back to Earth experience, because I have chosen this path for a reason. I have incarnated here for a reason, and I felt like there was still work to be done here. And my goal is to assist others, assist myself, of course, but also to be of service to others, to help them learn and grow and experience their own ascension. So I decided to come back, and I came back with the understanding that our reality is not real, and that we need to, for further growth, break this reality. We need to understand it's not real, and it's our job to see through it and to break it so that we can go on to the next phase in our evolution. And it was kind of likened to me. I remember explaining it to my sister the next day as the movie The Matrix. And I kept telling her, we have to break the Matrix. And I said, I'm Neo. And I said, but we're all Neo, all of us. And we need to break this reality together so that we can expand and we can explore more and we can experience the next phase. Hi, I was just reviewing, and there's a few things I want to add by way of explanation. So the reason why I was upset with the spirit guides or the earth helpers that were kind of around the earth was because I felt like they were feeding into the false reality that everybody was experiencing. They gave little clues here and there that there's more to life than what we see and experience on a day-to-day basis, but they weren't giving the full picture. And a lot of people in the metaphysical community were really pinning their hopes on the new earth, as was I at the time, and I still do. Um, the beautiful new earth that we can experience. And I saw that the new earth as well was not the real reality. And that, all these other dimensional beings, these higher dimensional beings, they're also not the real reality. That there's something beyond that. And these are all stages that we experience as we go, ascend from one experience to the next experience to the next experience. And like I said, it's a beautiful system that was put together for us to learn and grow. And I think it's amazing. But I also think that some people are like me and they're really impatient, and maybe they don't want to go through all those steps, and maybe they don't have to. And because we're energetic beings and because we decide what our own experiences are, we can decide to bypass all that. And we can go straight to source. And then when we decide to, we can come back and we can enjoy and we can experience whenever we want to. So it's open to us. And I thought that was beautiful. Obviously, I made the decision that this is where I needed to be, and I wanted to go through the steps that everybody else is going through, and that it was better for me to learn the long and hard way with everyone than to bypass it. But there is a path beyond. And I just wanted to share that and make sure everyone is aware, because that is the real message of the video. And I don't know if I got it through. So I just wanted to add that. And again, thank you so much for watching and sharing this experience with me. And again, we'll see you next time.